What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody, and happy Gratitude Weekend. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day, and happy birthday to my wonderful co-host tonight, Piper Dellums. It was Piper's birthday on Thanksgiving, and you are the gift. You truly are. We give thanks to Piper, and we're really blessed because Piper is not only my co-host, but she has brought a number of her dreamers with us. And so we're going to see all sorts of wonderful people. We're going to see Lori Davis. We're going to see Deborah Guerrero. We're going to see Caressa Ayers, who's going to lead a beautiful sound healing. Maureen Edwardson is back with us. Have I said Lori Davis? Yes, I have. And of course, beloved brother Omar Shar will be with us playing at least one tune. Mark and Kim, new friends coming to share their wonderful offerings. Deborah Juliet will be back with us, leading a KES group healing tonight to conclude the event. And Dr. Ivy Shadia, one of our absolute favorites, is with us. I mean, it's an amazing group of people. And so thank you very much, Piper, for putting all of this together.
Oh, how wonderful. And we have Aditi, we have Mariah, Ganesa. We have such an incredible force of love. The beloved, the dream is expanding.
You're right. And there's Aditi. Thank you. There's Aditi. And there's Mariah.
And there's Mariah.
And there's Laura.
And there's Laura.
I mean, this is an amazing group of people.
Absolutely. And I know that we're all missing Free. She had a bit of a family emergency. So let's just have a moment of silence and prayer for her. And also our beautiful Geo. Our beautiful Geo is unable to be here, but we will put in the chat. He's giving us a 10-minute breath work practice for the entire Awakening World family, straight from the heart of the dreamer. So welcome.
Beautiful. And I want to, before we go into grandmother's drumming, we talked about this last week, but something very special took place. A few weeks ago, our beloved brother Chief Phil Lane, who's been on this show many times, was part of a group of Indigenous elders and our beloveds, the Twin Ray, all gathered together at a sacred place in Mexico to light the eighth fire. This was a profound event that has been prophesized. There's a lot of prayer, a lot of energy went into it. And they took a photo of the fire. And I invite everybody to look closely at this fire, this photo, and see the phoenix rising from the flames. Isn't that amazing? So I'm going to be carrying that photo behind me throughout the night. And our beloveds, the Twin Ray, have suggested that everybody take a moment to look at it and connect to our common prayer for global peace. We are the Global Peace Tribe. And so everybody watching this show, everybody with us right now, including everybody watching on Facebook and our different broadcast partners, as we look at this, it's our way of anchoring and linking in to a very beautiful vision that we all share for peace in the world. And we'll periodically show this photo throughout the evening.
Scott, may I share something over that beautiful photo because it's so sacred?
Please do.
If you're going to bring it back to the screen, for everyone, and if we take just a moment for the nations, for the world, for the indigenous people of the world, for the two-legged and the four-legged and the winged ones, for the rock people, the mountains, for the wood people, the trees, for the oceans, rivers, lakes, ponds, the star children, staring upon this phoenix, knowing that one loving gesture is practically divine. We have to, as dreamers, as the body of humanity, as one family, we have to do small things and believe that a big difference is coming. It's like the miraculous drops of waters that seep through mountain limestone. They gather themselves into springs that flow into creeks, that merge into rivers, that find their way to oceans. And our work is to envision the drops as oceans. We do our small parts and know a powerful ocean of love and compassion is downstream. Each small gesture can lead to our liberation. The bravest thing we can do in this world is not cling to old ideas or fear or judgment, but step out and just do something for love's sake. There's no secret formula to experiencing the sacred in our lives. It just takes practice and practicality. The deep truth of our lives and the fullness we are striving for does happen when someone is giving us the code to the deep knowledge and wisdom of love. Meaning and faith are not secret things. So God bless you all. And thank you, Scott, for that sacred picture.
Thank you, Piper, for your beautiful prayer. And tonight's going to be a night with a lot of music, a lot of prayer, a lot of visioning. So everybody get ready for a very sacred evening. And Piper, I turn it over to you to tell us a little bit about the Dreamers. And when you're ready, turn it over to Grandmother Deborah.
Well, the Dreamers started off as a beautiful, sacred 2 years of medicine and prayer and wisdom and the divine that spoke through the branches and leaves of plant medicine, indigenous medicine in the Amazon, Costa Rica, and Colombia. Mariah, as you will meet, Four Visions, Rhythmia, Finca Ambawasi, this whole beautiful practice was part of that divine mission and that divine growth. The indigenous ways of our people were spoken into my spirit after deep revelation, deep prayer, fasting, silence, and a dream that came that said the only way for us to embody, to bring back the second coming of the Christo consciousness of love and harmony, of oneness as a divine family, is to go out into the world where all of the treasures of the world were seeds planted in the indigenous bodies of all of humanity. We are all a part of the indigenous community of life and humanity. And the only way to bring this great body back together is to unify all of the people of the world in all of the divine creation. So the dreamers are those of us who are dreaming this vision of oneness, believing for it, practicing our medicine, our music, our dance, our wisdom, our prayer, and dedicating everything that we have in this life, including our very breath, to that purpose, that global purpose of bringing us back into oneness.
And would you like for Deborah to do the drumming, or do you want to show the videos?
Well, I would love for Grandmother Deborah to bless us with the sacred prayers. Grandmother Deborah, if you would like to say a little bit about who you are, your nations, your people, and usher us in to the divine. And we love you.
Kunalchi Shaho. My name is Deborah Joan Guerrero. I am Tlingit in Filipino on my father Roy Bell Guerrero's side, Snohomish, Snoqualmie, Nez Perce, French Canadian, Irish and German on my beautiful mother Barbara Woodworth's side. I'm from the Eagle Brown Bear clan, Juneau, Alaska, My Tlingit name is Gunsik, which means last of the royal princesses. It was my grandmother Lillian Bells from Juneau, Alaska. My grandfather was Juan Guerrero from Cebu, Philippines. On my mother's side, my grandmother was Celia Woodworth from Shelton, Washington, and my grandfather was Thomas Kahele from Hawaii. And I'm honored to sit in this sacred circle with each and every one of you. As you talk about love and showing compassion and just those small kindnesses, or, just that showing that sacred love, it came to my mind just now that, everywhere I go, I just try to come with peace, peace in my heart. This beautiful drum, her name is Kaya's Heartbeat. Kaya is a Coast Salish word. It means grandmother. So her name is Grandmother's Heartbeat.
One each.
And we drove her to
Mhm.
Washington, D.C. twice to sing and drum and pray for peace 24 hours a day for 4 days, October 10th through the 13th, 2008, and October 10th through the 13th of 2010. And the International Council of 13 Indigenous Grandmothers joined us on the 4th day, the first time in 2008. And we prayed, and this drum, she did not stop. From the sacred fire that we lit at dawn to the 4th day at dusk, this drum did not stop. This heartbeat did not stop. Because when we go to sleep at night, our hearts don't stop. So as we were planning Turtle Women Rising, the Veterans for Peace joined us, because I was working with veterans, Ellie Painted-Crow. And the journey from Seattle to Washington, D.C. was so incredible. And when we got there, they set up these young men who had never set up a teepee before, set up a small 16-foot teepee. And when we had to show them how to do it, because they had never put up a teepee before. And so when we got the teepee up, there was an eagle that light on the front pole of the teepee. There's 17 poles in a teepee. Every single pole has a meaning. There's love and faith and hope and charity, compassion, willingness, integrity, dignity. It has serenity, all these beautiful, beautiful meanings. It's tied with a rope. That rope represents the umbilical cord. There's 9 pegs to hold it together in the front. Each peg stands for the month of gestation of a child. So when you come into this beautiful teepee, this beautiful holy place, it represents life. So these circles are never ending. And we cherish the love that we share with our brothers and sisters. We are all the same. No one is better than anyone else. So we carry this wisdom that was passed down from generation to generation. And with the enlightenment of the boarding schools, my father was in boarding school. My grandmothers were in boarding school. So I'm so grateful that it is being talked about. I've been doing Indian child welfare for 27 years, and I absolutely loved working with Indigenous families. I'm very comfortable there. And I just went back to the Native unit. Last Wednesday, they asked me to come back and sing and drum, which I did. And there's very few Indigenous people, social workers in there, because the turnover is so great. But I also work with murdered, missing Indigenous men, women, and children. That's really hard work. I work with women veterans who've been subjected to military sexual trauma. I've been doing that passion. It's not work, it's passion, since 2015. So when I go to different places, when I'm asked to come and sing, it's such an incredible gift to me. Yesterday, I celebrated 27 years clean and sober. And it was when I got clean and sober that it led me to the red road of recovery. And so I carry this with a lot of pride. And it's an incredible accomplishment. I have a couple of degrees, but this is, it's it's a big accomplishment. So.
Oh, God bless you.
I'd like
Thank you
to
for the
sing.
work that you're doing in the world, the generational work. And we are going to receive this prayer, your song, this drumming for all of the missing and exploited, for the children, for the bloodshed of our people, for the bloodshed of all people, for the nations, for humanity.
I'm praying for peace
And
because the
peace.
peace, because of the wars on the planet.
Mm,
Every day I think and I pray, for these people who are suffering. It just doesn't escape my mind. I'm always thinking about it. I sang a baby into the world on Thanksgiving.
you did.
This beautiful baby on your birthday.
I
And
know,
I
my
sang you
twin soul.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, my love. Well,
I'd
God
like to
bless you.
Bless you. Gunalchi Shaho, Creator, thank you for allowing us to come to you in this sacred way, this holy hoop, this beautiful sacred circle from the doorway in to the doorway out. We come to you with our open minds, our open hearts, and our souls as we go forward in the world, promoting our peace and our love, and thanking you for the beautiful, beautiful souls that have had these dreams, for the medicine, for our instruments, for our ways, our ceremonies that we can now practice without fail. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you allow us to do our ceremonies. Every week we come to you, Creator. Every day we come to you, Creator. So grateful and so full of love, and ask for you to bless each and every one of us, everyone in here, from the doorway in to the doorway out. Bless all of our directions, the east, the south, the west, the north, the Mother Earth and Father Sky, and bless our beautiful hearts. And thank you for our ways to share with each other and not to judge one another, that we come together with just love and holiness, that we offer our songs, our prayers, our spirits to you. And thank you for making each and every one of us as we are, just as we are. We are perfect the way we are. We say Gunalchish and thank you. Praying for these beautiful babies coming in. Praying for all those people who are addicted to drugs and alcohol. I work with them a lot. I know that you know. I'm just asking you to lift them up, Creator. Help us with this fentanyl problem, with these meth and heroin, and just the addiction of people in this world. Asking you to watch over our home places, our vehicles, our jobs, every one of us in this circle. Asking you to lift us and hold us. I offer this beautiful honor song. I'd like you to close your eyes because it takes you to a deeper place in your soul. Hey Thank you. Kunochish.
Oh, thank you, grandmother. We love you. Grandmother is one of the original members of our company, Is Love. It was grandmother, Lori Davis, Laura Watkins, and we started a company that was called Is Love because God spoke into us that everything is love. We started doing plant medicine retreats, drumming, praying, creating clothing lines to assist with teen suicide, human trafficking, domestic violence, and also the proliferation of the Amazon. You'll hear more of that from Mariah. And then it evolved into something else as I was called into the indigenous ways of Central America, of the Amazon. And in the midst of a 14-day plant medicine ceremony, the spirits and energies of the plants gave visions and spoke to me about a new awakening, a greater consciousness, an evolution of building Is Love into something greater. And that is where I met my other business partner with Lori Davis, David Pham, who right now is in India, traveling to expand our mission, collecting dreamers from the other side of the world. And David had a company called Dreamer, and I had a company called Is Love. After 12 days together in the middle of the Amazon, we looked at one another and we were spoken to that the dream is love. Lori was the wind that blew us together because she was to be with us in the middle of the Amazon. She didn't make it. And now we know it was by divine appointment so that David and I could spend this sacred time together. What you're about to see, these are my first attempts at AI videos. You know that I speak through film, but I didn't know how to express or show the spirits, the ancestors, what was coming to me and how it was being spoken, in what way. I was told by the shaman that we were working with that David and I had been mother and son, that we had been brother and sister, that we were sun and moon, and that Lori was the wind, the unity. So this is how the dreamers came to be, the best way that I could show you exactly who spoke to me, where and what, through spirit and angelic. So welcome to the birthing of the dreamers. I have shaped you in my hand and in my image for many sacred incarnations. You have been mother and son, brother and sister, sun and moon. This is the time of your reunion and your transfiguration. Piper's son, you will become the love of the world. David Moon, you will become the dreamer of the world. And I am sending an angel to accompany you on this divine mission. She was once Lori Wind, but now she is the unity of all. Go and find the dreamers. Are you ready?
It is with the very breath of life that I will accept the call to unify the dream of love into existence and blow its power into the hearts of every living thing in the earth. I will serve the nations as I have served you. I am ready.
With open heart and open arms, I will carry this mantle of legacy and divinity across the seas and across the nations, to bring the collective body of all of humanity and all of creation into the ultimate state of love. That is my only purpose. With the light of love as my guide, I am ready.
I will lay down my life to fulfill this mission. It is of the highest calling to carry the dream and the dreamers into the soul of the world. I am honored to serve the body of humanity as the original dreamer. I am ready.
I am your grandmother tree, the tree of life, and your anchor home. I am Pachamama, and I will be your guide in the earth.
Dreamers hold the key to the purpose of our journey. The promise of a better way, a better world, a better now, an authentic collaboration of soul with the Creator. Dreamers are the hope of today and the hope of tomorrow.
Where do we begin? How will we find the dreamers? The world is vast and the dreamers are few.
Dreamers hold the key to purpose of our journey, the promise of a better way, a better world, a better now, an authentic collaboration of soul with the Creator. Dreamers are the hope of today and the hope of tomorrow. We will call the dreamers together to heal as one in different locations. We will start in the UK and make our way to Scotland and Peru.
And then the entire world.
Yes, that's the dream. The entire face of the planet.
We will order your steps as we have ordered the ebb and flow of the seas, as we have ordered the very seed of the oak, and as we have perfectly ordered the universe. You are the dreamers. You know who you are. Seek your own hearts in the mirror of this generation.
I am your shelter and your wisdom. I am the true medicine for all of humanity. I walk between the dimensions of the spirit. I walk with the ancestors. Look to me whenever you need to be guided back home to your soul roots. I am always with you.
Ancestors, come forth from every star and every dimension and enter the divine dream into the chosen three. I was awakened by the ancestors of the sun. They told me to remember the old ways, the ways of honor, of truth, of cultural distinction, to awaken the perfection of their knowing in the hearts of the dreamers.
And I was awakened by the ancestors of the moon. They told me the star gods would guide us to the dreamers through every shadow and every valley. They told me to listen to the ancestors and to remember.
A strong force of wind as powerful as the very breath of Creator instructed me through the blowing branches of the great ancestor trees to be still and remember.
I have called the ancestors from every dimension to guide your inner souls to decolonize the dreamers and to hold you free, humanity's heroes, steadfast in the resurrection of indigenous wisdom and healing around the world. Close your eyes, they are here.
Remember the medicine of my people.
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 I will remember until my last breath, and my breath is eternal.
I will remember. I will remember as long as the sun lights the world, and the light of the world is eternal.
As long as the midnight carries dreams, I will never forget. I will remember.
Right into part 2. I just want to let everybody know that we will be doing our evening meditation a little bit later than usual tonight, but it's going to be a very special version. We're going to go right into part 2 of The Dreamers. And
These
what
were
amazing.
the second visions that came to me are part 2.
Anything else you want to say about what we're about to see?
No, except that I'm every voice.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I had to be every voice as well, because it was that their dreams and visions, and I didn't know how to put them on. So I became all of the elders, and I just this is what plant medicine did to my spirit. But it created the dream.
Okay. Here we go.
The angels and cherubs of healing humanity have been with you since you were formed in your mother's wombs. They have protected you as children, and now they are here to speak into the revelation of the dream.
We are your angelic warriors, the protectors of the dream and the dreamers.
We were sent from the ancestors and creators to guide and protect you from above and below.
We have spoken to the creators, to the ancestors, to the earth, mother, and to the spirits of the stars and rain. Tell us your visions so we may guard them with swords of fire and the oil of grace. Upon your great awakening, you have been given visions and ancient truths. Piper's son, that whom is called love. What truths have entered into your soul's orchestration?
We, the dreamers, the lovers, are awakened to the knowing that everything is love, that we are one with Creator and creation, that we are consciousness moving in and out of form, that we are from the earth, the light, the stars, the energy of infinite everything. Our purpose is to help awaken humanity to receive and know this love.
Glory wind, that which is called unity. What truths have entered into your soul's orchestration?
That Creator has gifted humanity new medicine and wisdom from all living things on earth. That our mother, Pachamama Gaia, births all answers to our wholeness and ascension, as well as the evolution of our species through her ancient medicine and wisdom. Our purpose is to help awaken humanity to receive and know this truth.
David Moon, that which is called the Dreamer, you have been given a direct vision of your next steps. What has your soul painted on the canvas of your imagination?
I have witnessed ceremonial and sacred wellness hotels surrounded by a reimagined Eden that integrates diverse spiritual and cultural practices aimed at promoting health, evolutionary transformation, inner sanctuary, personal development, and collective oneness for and to all of creation. A sacred space for ceremonial, retreat, and wellness practices. Breath, sound, meditation, sweat, feast, yoga, silence, and.
That is it. You have the dream in your hearts and hands now. You will instill the consciousness of shalom, of pars, of shanti, peace, of agape, tempanewa, aloha, love, of ipufo, sueño, sha'anti, dream, and the ultimate consciousness of Ubuntu, forgiveness. You will name them the Healing Hotels by Dreamer, because I've brought together the love and the dreamer. The dream is love.
And remember, it is a home for the sacred, a rest for the weary, a dance for the sullen, a hope for humanity. This is not just a hotel, it is an experience, a calling, a destination, an awareness, a journey, so dream it, envision it, manifest be it.
And now our dreamer. For us. Oh, thank you, Scott.
Piper, I'm going to go to gallery view, and I'm going to ask people to turn their cameras on. And if you got chills, because I know I had chills through this whole thing. If you got chills, give thumbs up or raise your hands. Who got chills? Look at that, Piper. Look at this audience of people blown away by what you've created.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, family. I think I just felt honored that it was spoken to me, and honored that I could figure out a way to present to you exactly what was given me. So thank you. And thank you for giving me that time. I know we're 10 minutes over, and our beautiful Caressa Ayers, one of the world's original dreamers, is going to be blessing us with meditation and a miraculous sound bath, her gift, her medicine. God bless you all.
And again, thank you again. And take a look at all the comments coming into the chat box. People are really quite blown away. And welcome to our Twin Ray family coming in for the evening meditation. And we have a very special version of it. Our dear Caressa Ayers, I'm turning it over to you.
And Caressa, before we go ahead, everyone wear headphones if you have them. Very important. If you've got headphones or a decent sound system, grab it now. That's it. Thank you. Namaste.
Caressa, thank you for being here with us, and tell us what the journey you're about to lead us on.
Thank you for having me with all of you tonight. Hello, loves, hello, dreamers. Happy birthday, Piper. Thank you for your beautiful words in your heart and what you're sharing with us. Thank you, Grandmother, for your heart and your drumming. Thank you, Scott. I am tingling inside right now in this moment, and would like us all really to just drop right in off of the beautiful resonance of these messages, of these gifts already shared, and how our evening is unfolding. So I invite you in this moment to be present in this stillness simply by beginning to deepen in your breath through your nose on your inhale and your exhale. Finding your own rhythm in your breath. Breathing all the way from your head to your toes, from your toes to your head, and visualize a main central column of light moving down through your body. With every breath, this column is becoming brighter and brighter. And now also visualize standing underneath the warm sunshine, whether that be on a mountaintop, near the ocean, in a meadow, wherever your favorite place right now is calling you. Just stand underneath that light of the sun, this rainbow light spectrum of frequency and energy and wisdom. And with every breath, as we inhale, we breathe in this light through the body. Your breath is this life force energy. So as you are breathing through your body with this light, just visualize this life force moving down through this central column. And from this central column that continues to brighten with every breath, we now visualize thousands of energetic pathways coming off of that central column energy, moving through you, swirling around through the body, becoming brighter and brighter as the light of this sun ignites all of your cells and stimulates all of your organ function running through your body, that your soul healing is unfolding even more so, becoming the light you are, learning of the gifts that you have right within inside of you as your vessel is open and Creator Spirit moves through you, expressing itself through you. You being a harmonious instrument with harmony of the body, mind, emotions, and spirit. The more that your vessel is open, the more this life force, the more this Creator Spirit moves through you as your unique expression of what you are sharing, as we are all dreaming into this new earth, dreaming into new systems and those things that we are creating for our greatest well-being, for all of us being the light that we are. Visualizing anywhere in the body that you feel can be further stimulated. Another deep breath of igniting all trillions of cells through your body. And now sending this breath down through your legs, through your feet, growing like roots through the layers of the earth, straight to Mother Earth's heart. This heartbeat, breathing with our Mother Earth, Mama Gaia, as we share with her and feel her vibrations of nurture and kindness and love. And breathing that breath back in through the layers of the earth, sharing that with all life that is, all the minerals, the soil, the insects, all life that is, sharing that vibration back in through our bodies, now sharing with these trillions of cells the vibrations of this nurture and this love and this kindness and compassion. Breathing that breath up through our hearts, expanding and opening our hearts even more with this light and these Mother Earth's heartbeat moving through us, extending that breath through our throats, that we may speak our truth and stand in our truth. Further up to our third eye and our conscious awareness, out through the top of the head, into the sky, above the trees, straight out to the cosmos, where we connect with a point of light essence. This spark where you became you, this divine expression of Creator, this divine expression of harmony and love. And in this place, as you breathe, now deepening in your breath, you feel the peacefulness, the stillness, the knowing, the wisdom that runs through, that is you, the wisdom of this conscious field of all that is. Now inhaling that breath back through the cosmos, the stars, back down toward the trees, sharing it with the air and the winged creatures, and all that is back in through the top of our head, now sharing the vibrations of that peace and that stillness and that wisdom with all your trillions of cells once again. Extending that breath down straight back to Mother Earth's heartbeat, back through the layers of the earth into your body, straight back out to that point of light essence. With your breath, you become in a brighter and brighter and brighter conduit of light, connecting heaven and earth to heaven, spirit to matter, manifesting this spirit now in these times as we are all called to fully step in to your soul's truth. Breathing a few more nice deep breaths. And just relaxing into your normal breathing. Slowly deepening once again in your breath. Coming back into your awareness. Feeling the vibrations of this harmony. Feeling the vibrations of kindness and peace, tranquility, inspiration, and the vibrations of love moving through all of your cells and every aspect of your being, moving light through you as you. And in this moment, as we deepen in our breath, we will take this time in gratitude for each of us who is here now in this moment, as our hearts are connected, with each of us becoming even brighter in our spirit. And as we come together as an individual light, we gather in our heart center, in our mind, in our intentions, in our awareness, coming together as a point of light. And we expand with every breath this point of light that is this beautiful resonance of love and harmony that is moving through us, moving through each of us together, becoming brighter and brighter as this point of light expands, moving across the entire planet, uplifting, igniting, stimulating, loving, holding space and compassion for all life that is, all of humanity, all creatures on this planet. We surround this loving resonance around all that is, and visualizing and igniting the hearts and stimulating the minds and activating this conscious awareness so that we are all consciously aligned in goodness for the greater good of all. I'd like to complete this meditation together with each of us oming 3 times where you are. 1, for your individual light, for your presence here. 2, for all of us together gathered in this heart-centeredness with this knowing and this inspiration to fully be alive, stepping into who we are. And 3, a really nice big Om covering this uplifting, healing love over all that is, to ignite the hearts of all into right action, true healing, so that all may know love. Nice deep clearing breath for your first inhale. And exhaling again through your nose, moving that life force down through the body. Next nice deep breath, we'll Om our first Om together. The next Om for all of us here gathered and connecting our heart centers, holding this space and this love around each other. brothers and sisters of humanity, and our soul connections and all that is. We inhale a nice deep breath, oming a resonance out over the entire planet, out into the cosmos, to all that is, to harmonize us all in love. Peace be with you.
Thank you, Carissa. Namaste. God bless you. That was so beautiful. And this is the perfect way to vibrate and open our hearts for the world and the sacred world and the dreamer family and everyone watching to meet Mariah Ganesa. This is an awakening, not just of the divine feminine, but of all of the divine creation. You are about to meet a goddess who is connected to, who honors, who works with the wisdom of, who protects the sacred of the creation of the earth. She speaks and works with the ancestors of plants, the medicine of plants, and of the indigenous people of the Amazon. Her companies are For Vision. She is partnered and works with Taita Juanito, Finca Ambawasi, and she is one of the main components of the Magic Fund that we spoke of on the last show that we did with you, which is buying up and healing, protecting the Amazon and protecting the medicine of the indigenous people. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce all of you to my beautiful sacred sister, because of the medicine, because of the plant medicine, all of the dream and is love and ancient wise ones who give them themselves so sacredly, like Mariah. This is the reason and cause that I'm healed, that I am awakened, that I am enlightened, and that the wisdom of the earth and the ancestors are speaking to me so clearly. So with gratitude, I thank you. Welcome, Mariah.
Thank you, my sister. And thank you all so much for this beautiful invitation to join you all this evening. It's a great pleasure and honor. I'd like to offer some sweet kopal to bless each one of our hearts on this evening, that you may feel this sweet scent of purification, uplifting your spirits, your souls, filling you with this breath of life, this breath of hope, for this vision that we are all cultivating together as a family, as this tribe of love, peace, remembrance, returning back to the heart. And this is why we came here. This is why we returned to complete this work, and to help all of humanity return and remember. And so it's a great pleasure and honor to be here with you all today. I feel very humbled to have the opportunity to share a little bit about the work that I'm doing and the ways in which that God has given me an opportunity to be in service. And we are all here tonight dreaming together this new world, this new reality that we wish to cultivate for our children, for the next generations. It is about the legacy and the ways in which we want to leave the earth for the future generations. And it is from this place that my healing journey began about 15 years ago as a young adult, beginning my journey seeking healing. That was what brought me originally to the ancestral wisdom cultures. I found myself living a life of a lot of illusion and separation, as many of us have found ourselves, which has catalyzed us into this search for healing. And I found my way down to the Colombian Amazon, where I was very blessed to be united with my now teacher, who I have spent the last decade walking with. He's a traditional medicine man from the Ingano tribe named Taita Juanito, and he's a botanist and a healer and a very powerful messenger of light. And him and his culture, his tribe, really welcomed me in as a Westerner, as an outsider. It was a true privilege and honor to be able to receive healing from this culture that up until very recently has been very, very deep in the jungle, preserved and hidden. A lot of these wisdom cultures from the Amazon really recently in the last 10 years, 20 years, have started coming out of the deep jungles and sharing their cultures and traditions with the West. And so we're living at a very beautiful time. And one of the things that my teachers have always shared with me is that the plants are just one door. The plant medicines, the visionary plants are just one door to the heights, to this place of love, to this dream that we are all sharing in and talking about on this call tonight. And it's so refreshing and rejuvenating to be with such like-minded, like vibration souls who are here dreaming, praying together, spending their Saturday evening in prayer and unity as one family, as one tribe. And so for me, my work was called to be in service to the plants, specifically the visionary plants of South America and the ancestral wisdom cultures. And I really came as a student and really was putting myself at the feet of first this traditional culture, the Ingano culture, listening, seeing how I could potentially be in service. And over the last decade, many different opportunities to work with other indigenous tribes were presented to me. And I have had the tremendous blessing to create a platform that works as a bridge to share these ancestral practices, teachings, tools, and plants, and to offer the traditional medicine keepers and wisdom keepers a platform to be able to share their practices with the West. And so it started, once again, it started really small with one tribe, and I started sharing their ancestral tools and ceremonial wear and jewelry that is all woven in prayer and created from this place of tradition, of culture, through our platform, which is an online company called Four Visions. And this dream really started small with the hopes of being able to offer a platform for my teacher and his family to share the medicines that helped heal me and that were so pivotal and transformational in my healing journey. And then little by little, we were able to expand, and now we are working with over 15 different indigenous communities throughout South America. And so we serve as a marketplace to really allow the indigenous tribes to participate and give them this platform to share their tools and medicines with the West. And it's such a beautiful time we're living in because so many people are waking up. So many people are feeling this tremendous call to heal, to return back to nature, and to return back to ourselves, our true essence. We are part of nature. We are not separate from nature. And the plants offer us this powerful, transformational doorway to return to the infinite wisdom that lies within and that is encoded within our being simply by our essence of being made in the eyes of our Creator. And so through this work, we have been able to share these medicines, these ancestral traditions, and really begin to weave these beautiful cultures together. One of the things that really inspires me about many of the wisdom keepers that we work with is that they themselves say that they are learning from us too. And so it really is this beautiful bridge where all tribes become one. All ancient traditions come together to help us invigorate our spirits and remember the ancestral wisdom that is lying within us and that has been within us and in our lineage for thousands and thousands of years. All we are doing is remembering. We have all the truth within our hearts, within our souls, and these beautiful plants, these beautiful cultures have been a guiding light for me in my path, in my journey, and it is why I chose to devote my life to this work. And now it's become much more than just my platform and the company of Four Visions. We've had the beautiful blessing to begin to expand our impact in many different beautiful ways. My teacher Taito Juanito has a retreat center in Colombia where he's been able to service over 20,000 people over the last decade, bringing the ancestral teachings and healing modalities of his people to the West and allowing us to be able to utilize this 5,000-year-old culture to heal and transform, to find forgiveness and liberation from the heaviness and the suffering that the collective consciousness has been weighed down by for thousands of years. And so we are at this very, very beautiful time. And one last thing I'll just touch on is that a lot of the work that I'm doing and that we are doing is surrounding the preservation of the Amazon and the preservation of the ancestral botanicals, these sacred plants, because with this globalization that I mentioned and with this great surge of desire and interest in ancestral healing tools comes a great need to preserve these sacred medicines and to protect against overharvestation and begin to cultivate more of these plants so that they can be here for us to utilize to heal as a beautiful tool, as well as for the next generations to come. And so with that, in partnership with some other beautiful souls, I founded a nonprofit organization that is stewarded by my teacher, Taito Juanito, and it's called Magic Fund, which Piper mentioned a few minutes ago. Magic Fund stands for the preservation and mobilization of Indigenous peoples and cultures. And so what we are doing is we have many different initiatives that we have been able to devote funds, energy, and resources to really hear the needs of the Indigenous communities that we are in partnership with and be able to create really powerful change and support them in mobilizing to protect their lands, their cultures, their peoples. This is such a deep topic, and I can't even begin to cover it in 10 minutes, but I'm just really grateful to be able to present these beautiful projects to you all tonight and plant the seed for any of you who may feel the call to learn more, to come learn more about the work that we're doing. It's very much aligned with this beautiful community, and so I'm very grateful to connect with you all and get to share a little bit about this vision and this beautiful mission that I am honored and humbled to get to be a part of. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mariah.
Piper.
I really want to spend a few moments with Scott opening up both of those websites. And then now that we've given, also I want to give Caressa a moment to bring herself back down. And after we go through your websites, we're going to go back to Caressa so we can show all of the work that she is doing. This is Four Visions. I am really going to request from our community to really go through this site, utilize these medicines, these tinctures, these lotions, these medicinals, the art. I'm actually wearing the Indigenous art from Four Visions from Colombia. It's very sacred to me. Taita has blessed it and prayed over it many, many times.
Good boy, honey.
Oh, and I don't know, someone said, so this is Taita right here. I don't know if you can see that's Taita and Taita's family in that beautiful painting. So these are the tobacco plant medicines. I'll let Mariah tell you, the jape. Mariah, tell them a little bit as we go through your website. Oh, you're muted.
Sure. So what you're seeing right now is the hape, which is a sacred tobacco snuff. And these medicines come from our partners in Brazil. We work with about 8 different tribes that have been stewarding this plant medicine for thousands of years. And they all have their own traditional recipes that were taught to them by their grandfathers to grandchildren, generation over generation. And so we carry about 20 different powerful blends, and this medicine is particularly supportive in helping cultivate our meditation practice, finding stillness, concentration, connection with nature, rooting down deep into the earth. And each blend is for a specific prayer and intention, and you can learn more about them on our website. So that's one of our main products.
And you saw that she was burning copal. That was sacred copal from the Amazon. And also she spoke about, and I my heart feels close to this as well, Magic Fund. And I believe when we go to the website, it's Magic Fund Amazon. .com,
yes,
because there is another magic fund that pops up. So when you go to look at the work that she's doing in the Amazon, it's magicfundamazon.com. Also, if you want to go into really extraordinary deep plant medicine healing, find her and Taito Anito at Finca Ambawasi, and fly into Bogota, Colombia. It'll be 12 or 14 days of the greatest healing connection to family, humanity, and the earth that you've ever experienced. I just returned about 10 days ago. And this is Magic Fund. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this?
I would love to. Yeah. So we're currently in the midst of a campaign called Planting Magic, which you guys saw at the top of the page here. And we're actually this weekend, as we lead up to Giving Tuesday, we're doing a special live auction, which you can see at the top if you go to auction. And we're campaigning to raise the final phase of funds for this initial planting that we're doing in the Colombian Amazon. We have planted over 10,000 botanical species that are endangered and at risk of going extinct. And so our community has come together to create a lot of offerings in this auction to capture these funds. And we're really excited to complete this phase of the project because, like I was sharing, it is so vital and important that these sacred botanicals do not become lost to us. We need them. We need these sacred plants. And so this is a very near and dear project that I'm really honored to be able to be a part of.
Thank you so much, Mariah. And everyone, please check those out. This is 20% of the oxygen of the world. And this is ancient wisdom and healing that has been hidden for generations, that is finally being resurrected at this sacred time. And our beautiful Caressa, now that she's had a moment to exhale, to step away from that high vibration that she brought in, we want to go to your website. That's not her. That's a
whoops, wrong one.
We want to go. Oh my gosh, I love you, Mariah. I love you, Caressa. I was like this.
I was too. I think my hands were shaking a bit.
I knew it. I was like, we're gonna come back to her. There she is, Sonic Bloom. Actually, tell us about your company, my love.
Well, this is actually a festival that I participated in. I'm not sure how that website came up on there, but my website is iflowstudio.com, and it's in the middle of a huge update right now because I'm also adding soundlightfoundation.org, which is a nonprofit that I'm launching. And my work in iFlow Studio has been for a very long time, well over a decade, but it's combining all the healing arts and energy medicine and what's been calling in my heart since I was a child. And that is to be of service and helping people in these times to remember who they are, to heal from deep trauma that's 8 billion people on this planet have experienced. And since I was younger, it's really been in my soul's mission to be of service in the ways of using holistic medicines and music. And I'm a Jin Shin Jitsu practitioner for the last 14 years. I see I have a green dot on my nose. I was trying to move over from there.
You are so sweet. That's okay. Green dot or not, you are an angelic. So I want to remind everyone, we brought it up on the last show with Scott, that if you go to healinghotels.com, on the far end, you'll see the clothing line called Dreamer. we are dedicating all of the purchases from Dreamer to that magic fund. And I have a feeling that also on Caressa's site, there are practices and programs where she is also, as dreamers, we're giving back to one another because we are family. It's a part of interweaving all of our medicine and all of our sacred. And as we extend ourselves from the plant medicine wisdom that we just got from Mariah, from Four Visions, from Finca Ambawasi, we move into another sacred angelic medicine woman who is also using plants and the wisdom of the earth and the earth mother to create medicines of healing. And that is, that's a DT Nightingale, but I see Scott saying, hold on. So I'm going to be quiet.
Yeah, well, hold on one second. So Caressa, I actually am trying to go to your website, and this is what I'm saying, that it's updates in process.
That's what she said.
Yeah, so if you have another website, another place you want me to take people, I will. And we'll go ahead and go, but we were actually going to do Global Peace Tribe announcements next, but we'll go ahead, start the introduction. So go ahead and you can introduce a DT.
Well, you just pulled up her website, the chocolates. So you might as
That's
well.
right.
Yeah, you can pull it right back up, a DT Nightingale. This is another sister from generations. I can tell you about all of these beautiful women that you have met thus far. I think we've traveled and loved each other in a million lifetimes, probably with Scott as our brother. I think all of us we've been walking this planet in a spiritual and physical way for such a time as this one. And a DT Nightingale is with us. And a DT has a company that Scott is about to pull up. Let's pull up beautiful Aditi. Now she is off the grid. She is off on her ranch where she is healing humanity. So sometimes the sound and the image may be a bit off, but she owns Chocolate Trip, and she's also an energy healer. So Chocolate Trip, as you can see here, is microdosing ceremonial cacao. This is a psilocybin ayahuasca vegan, made with vegan fair trade chocolate. And it's a magical work that she's doing, and this is her magical guide. So let me introduce you to Aditi Nightingale.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. What an honor and a pleasure to be with you all this evening, and all the beautiful healing and prayers and offerings, and just getting to know every one of you in such a beautifully intimate setting in this sacred space. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of this, a part of the Dreamers, and to introduce my medicine and what I am called to do. As Piper said, I am serving medicine on this 15 acres of very sacred land that was once the indigenous Maidu tribe medicine woman's land about 100 years ago. And I'm here on this sacred land in this space, bringing people that are in need of healing and in need of medicine. And soon we'll be in the spring offering community events in my teepee on the land. As a monthly offering, we'll be doing ayahuasca ceremony here with a brother of mine from the Yawanawa tribe of Brazil. So that's very exciting. But if I can just give a little bit of background, I came from the Western medicine as a surgical nurse, RN, and where I was in the medical field for 19 years before I received my calling in 2012, and very reluctantly did not want to unshackle myself from the money and the career and the stability that I had within that realm. But finally in 2016, the universe decided that it was time, and I was then launched into the medicine world by going to Central America, Costa Rica to be exact, and experiencing my first ayahuasca ceremonies with Dennis McKenna. And it completely changed my life. So my path now has taken me to Chocolate Trip, which I've had for 4 years. It's been amazing. I've helped hundreds of people get off their pharmaceuticals, deal with their anxiety, their depression, their trauma, PTSD. It's been a great platform for me with the microdosing to bring those individuals to my space to work with them one-on-one. I do a lot of one-on-one work. And now recently have just put together, and I haven't had a chance to even talk to Piper since she's been back because everybody's been so busy, but it came to me in ceremony. I sat with the Yawanawa about 3 weeks ago. They were in Nevada City, and it was very apparent that I am supposed to begin teaching the medical professional community the ways and the sacred medicine. I have a lot of psychiatrists, psychologists, doctors, and nurses who are starting to inquire more and more about the ancient tools that we're using to help heal people and wanting to sit in ceremony themselves so that they can understand the medicines and how the plants work. And so it's my job to help connect them. I feel like because I spent 19 years in the Western medicine field, that I have obtained the knowledge of Western medicine enough for them to feel comfortable in my space and have earned their trust. And I'm supplying many of them microdosing medicine as well as sitting with them in heroes doses and introducing them to ayahuasca through my Psilohuasca medicine, which is a microdose of ayahuasca with my psilocybin. So I am just in the process of launching the Nightingale Academy of Entheogenic Practitioners, where I'm going to be putting that out for them to come and share space with us and learn the ways of the plants and of the medicine. And one thing that I found in going back into my history of school and nursing is that, you know, we're not taught empathy. We're not taught how to heal. We're taught how to put a Band-Aid on everything and take prescriptions and be in this state of unconsciousness. Spirit showed me clearly that the medicine that we're taking, the drugs, the pharmaceuticals, I call them drugs, not medicine, that we are prescribed creates a complete steel wall in our brain and is keeping humanity asleep. So I feel very called. My mission is to help to get people off of pharmaceuticals, to help them heal their trauma, their anxiety, their depression, the energy that is stuck in their body, help them move that out. And medicines like Hape, I've seen completely just shift people. I carry Kambo medicine, which I trained in the jungle with the Shipibo tribe. I've also spent a lot of time with the Brazilian tribes, the Yawanawa, the Hunikun, and just really excited to bring these ancient tools and wisdom to the Western medical community through the Nightingale Academy of Entheogenic Practitioners.
Wow.
So,
thank you, Aditi. I have a feeling that Scott is going to want to talk about what's in the chats. It looks as if there are a number of nurses that are responding. Scott?
Yeah, well, first of all, Piper, just every single person you bring on board, every one of you dreamers is doing sacred work, and it is such an inspiration. And of course, many of the people in our Zoom room are also doing sacred work in their own way, including nurses. And Aditi, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for bridging the worlds with so much grace, because that's really part of what I see you doing is bridging worlds. Eleanor Joyce says, as a nurse, we're also not taught prevention, one of the key factors for our wellness. Carol Craig, also a nurse, says, fantastic mission. Thank you. And Dr. Laura says, hot dang, looks like an ayahuasca journey is in her near future. So you're in for a treat, no doubt.
And I think that Aditi also does private sessions, private retreats. Of course, we're going to drag her into the Dreamers, and it's going to be a beautiful relationship between you and Mariah. She's bringing in the hape, you utilize this. Some of the other people that are doing missions will be utilizing your chocolate and cacaos. This is the way that we bring all of these beautiful Indigenous sacred women and their missions and their work together, intercourse and marry them. This is the dream and the dream catcher.
Beautiful. So, everybody, if you want to reach out to Aditi, you go to chocolatetrip.co, click contact us, and there's her email address and also her Telegram handle. So I assume that's the best way to reach you, Aditi?
Yes, it's the best way to reach out to me.
Okay, great.
Chocolate Trip.
All right. Thank you so much.
We love you.
We have more dreamers coming up, but we also have this. We are one love, and what another amazing show that we've got going on. Piper has brought so many people. You know, almost every show we do, I'm so proud of. I'm just really proud of the shows that we do, and the collaborations with Piper, with Teresa Collins, and with Jennifer Hill, and with Tangela, and with the Evolutionary Leaders Network, and with the Twin Ray. All these beautiful communities all coming together. And tonight is a special night. It's Thanksgiving weekend. It's Piper Dellum's weekend. It's her father, Ron. And by the way, I loved seeing your father as the great angel in your film. I thought that was a very cool move. I saw it at least as Ron Dellum's. I hope I caught that correctly.
I love you.
I love you too. Anyway, we're going to do another season of The Awakening World. And tonight is the night that I'm opening up registration. I just put the link into the chat box in the Zoom room. And for those of you watching on Facebook, if you go to my profile page on Facebook, I'll post the link there. And people that register tonight, you got to register tonight to do this. I will personally take in your suggestions for what you want to see in the next season. The next season, of course, will be January, February, and March. I've already got all of December booked. But for anybody watching who hasn't registered yet, when you register tonight, you'll actually get the Zoom room links for 4 months, February, all of March. Let me know who are the people you want to see. Who do you want? Maybe some of our beloveds from the past that you want to see again. And maybe you've got some new ideas and new inspiration. So register tonight. The link is in the chat box to do that. And speaking of Mark, who had kind of taken a break, and he's going to come back to the Awakening World, and you'll see him sometime in December. So please do join the Awakening World, the Global Peace Tribe. For those of you that are new, we do 2 or 3 shows every week. And we'll continue to do it, always with wonderful music, always with fascinating presenters. That is one of our announcements. We'll be back a little bit later on in the show with more announcements and also an opportunity to hear from Don Drake unless he turns on his camera now. Did you turn on your camera for me, Don?
I'm
No.
here.
Looking for you. Where are you with all these beautiful people here? All right, I'm gonna go to gallery view and see if I can find. Oh, there you are. Okay. Hey, Don. Well,
Hey.
I want to just take a quick moment to get a catch up on you. And then we're also going to go to our beloved Eleanor Joy, because both you and Eleanor Joy are beloved members of our community, and we want to hear how each of you are doing.
Great.
Go ahead, Don.
Oh, well, it's wonderful to be here tonight with all of you dreamers. And so the update on what's going on is that you know that a few months ago I had taken a spill and had cracked some vertebrae, and so it seemed like it was kind of healing, but then I was at the store last week or something like that. I moved the wrong way, and so I've been in pain. So the thing I wanted to talk about is not about the health problems that I have and all that. It's that by staying connected with people, by being open to love, that whatever it is that's going on, no matter how challenging it gets, I feel fine. I'm not depressed. I know I'm old. Someday I'm going to die. I don't know when. Might be tomorrow. Might be 10 years. I don't know how long. But all I know is I have this moment, and I have all you wonderful people here. And so just every chance I get to be able to share the heart space with anyone, to build the heart field, that's what I want to do. And that even on my GoFundMe page, that's I list the things that are going on, cancer, this, that, the other thing. But what I talk about is my vision, is that I want to be around to see the world go to awaken, so that we all share this heart space together. And I really think that this is it's not going to be a political solution. When we reach a critical mass of people who are willing to take full responsibility for their own shadow, stop projecting it on the other. And when that happens, and I'm hoping that I live long enough to see it, and if I don't, I'll be watching from above. So anyway, that's my update.
Great. Thank you so much, Don. And I put into the chat box where people can support you. I know
a quick reminder that a lot of people watch this that are not in the Zoom room. So you could just go to GoFundMe, put in my name, Don Drake, and you'll see the GoFundMe page.
Absolutely. Don Drake, and let's all support him. And thank you to all of our Zoom roomers who have supported.
Thank you.
And thank you for all of the peace work, generational peace work that you've already done. You've already laid a foundation. You've passed the baton. So it's our responsibility to be there for you.
Thank you, Piper. You're absolutely right. I'm also going to put the spotlight on one of our absolute beloveds. She is our dance queen, and with her beloved Ian. Eleanor, you want to give us a little update? Because I know everybody's been praying for you and for your procedure.
Well, I agree partly with what Dawn was saying, and it's not a case of waiting for something to happen. As far as I can see, it's happening already. And people like you, Scott, and Omashar, and the entire Global Peace Tribe are a part of that. And I'm hugely grateful for all of you. When I was in the hospital waiting for the procedure, which was several hours, the procedure was only about half an hour. You people just kept coming up and coming up and coming up. And I have a walking group here too that has been hugely supportive. So I'm very, very grateful for all of that. There was a little blip, and they tried to put the catheter into my right artery, and it's too small, but he was determined to get it in there. So he kept prodding and poking, and that didn't happen. So he went to the left arm, and it went in like a breeze, no problem. So I have like an elephant arm. You can't really see it that much, but he said there'd be a huge amount of bruising, and there's hardly any bruising. And I'm a big bruiser. And Ian gets a kick out of that. And I'm doing well, but when I was in the, I don't know what you call it, but I'll call it the waiting room or the holding room or whatever it is. And when I was there, a couple of nurses kind of took attitude towards me, towards something I had said. And I just held the space, held the love, and just went from my heart to their heart. I call it cross the rainbow bridge. And next thing I knew, we were in a very friendly conversation before the day was out, and all was well. And it was a huge shift in attitude. So I just thought that was wonderful.
Beautiful. Well, we love you very much. The prayers are going to continue for you and for Don, and always for any of our Global Peace Tribe families. So let us know when you want special prayers. Again, the Phoenix rising behind me, that be a representation of you as well, and of course for Don as well. So we love you and hope to be seeing you dancing. We are going to have an Omashar song, so
I can do it.
All right, we'll see you dancing in a few minutes. Well, I'm going to go back to Piper and one of our absolute favorite Global Peace Tribe guests, Dr. Ivy's got something very special.
I mean, it's like, it's almost impossible even to define who Dr. Ivy Hinton is. She is an angel on the earth. She has been called from every dimension to heal humanity, to spread frequency of love and vibration around the world and earth. And she has said yes to the call. So, and everyone in the Awakening World and Global Peace Tribe and around the globe know who Dr. Ivy Hinton is, Shadia. And so all we can do is welcome her otherworldly, other dimensional gift of healing, her voice, her sound bath, her angelic shift. And let's just pause, since we've just heard from two of the Awakening World family members who are in need of healing, and for all of the rest of us and around the globe who are in need of healing or in need of awakening or heart opening, let the vibration of her medicine penetrate down to your very cells and to vibrate out across the span of the globe, because this is the gift she's been given. And I love her more than words could ever say.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Thank you so much, Piper. As I was watching everything, and particularly the videos, although I've seen them many times, it keeps bringing me to tears. When I see that, I'm saying this is the call. And tonight, I have been really meditating on this. What shall I share? Okay, I hope that I get through this because it is so emotional for me right now. I have just recently received the information that is a confirmation, and I think the sister is on here now, Cinnamon. She is an amazing intuitive, an amazing psychic that really brought clarity to my medicine in a way that has never happened before. I've been doing sound healing now almost 40 years. Before I even knew what it was. I just kept doing it. And so now it is very clear to me that what I'm sharing tonight is a divine, sacred, vocal anointing experience. It's a call to the dreamers around the globe to remember. And now, as a result of Cinnamon, I know that I am a messenger for the sacred soul language of light. And that is clear. And so I'm going to encourage each person to right now just find a space wherever you are and let go of anything that is happening in the room that you are in. And be in this space to receive the frequencies of love that pour from the highest point in the universe. And as I am preparing myself, just for a few seconds here to move from here to my space where I will do this sacred vocal anointing, that you would put earbuds in, make yourself comfortable, lie down, look up, whatever you need to do to make it clear. I encourage you to begin in the sound spa. We start with lighting the candle. We light the candle to represent holiness. We know that holiness heals. Tonight, I made a special blend of the frequency of love, of jasmine and lavender. And for the first time in history, the power of the frequencies of the aroma is coming through the virtual vibration. And I'm going to anoint my throat and my heart with the sacred essential oils of the earth. And then before we start this experience, wherever you are, if you have sage or jasmine incense or whatever your favorite incense is, you will begin to use the sacred smoke to bless your space. This is what we do in the sound spa. Just before we go into this sacred anointing. It is a lullaby. A lullaby for your dreams. A lullaby for your soul. And a sacred language of light that has come to you. Take a deep breath and allow your body to relax. Connect with the highest point in the universe with your mind's eye.
Om Shanti. Shanti Om. Thank you, beautiful Dr. Ivy Shadaya. Take a moment to just allow the very vibration of creation in every dimension that is called through her and towards us to penetrate every cell in our body, raising our frequency, which is one of the greatest powers of healing the earth, the vibration of love, the vibration of creation and evolution. That gift that is you. One of the most sacred blessings I've had in my journey has been not only to be in her presence, to love her, to be her sister, but when she allowed me, and I'm calling it an allowance, because if you are called into the sacred divine conversion of gifting with someone like this angelic, dynamic woman, it is an honor of a lifetime. And part of being a dreamer and part of our mission, part of our retreats and our hotels and what we want to do in the earth and teepees and immersive domes is to create immersive domes that allow the penetration of her gifting to heal with breath work and other forms of healing modality, including that of imagery. Now, how difficult would you think it is to create imagery to go with that sacred tone? But she asked it of me, and I did the very best that I could. And we have been in collaboration making videos with her sacred medicine, with her downloads from the heavenly realm. And we will incorporate those in immersive domes in all of our practices and in all of our hotels and our retreats. It is an absolute privilege and an honor. And we're going to share with you one of our many collaborations, and there will be many more to come. But this one particularly is called I Am Light, which is the true message to all of us, all of humanity. This is our true form. We are light. So continue.
Of standing Allow your shoulders to droop down, 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 deeper and deeper into relaxation. And close your eyes. And in your mind's eye, begin to create new reality. What is it that you truly desire right now? Use your soul language of the silence to guide your light. See your thoughts passing through the clouds right now. Allow your thoughts to move through the spaces of your mind. Drop down, 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 down into the experience. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Turn your awareness into your inner mind.
Let me give Dr. Ivy a moment to catch her breath and read some of the comments coming in. Lori writes, stunning. Maureen writes, spectacular video production. Dr. Laura writes, Dr. Ivy, this is absolutely trance-inducing bliss out. Don Drake writes, what a powerful transmission of grace and love. I am blissing out. Mannion writes, multimedia healing. Ayada, of course, is asking for how to get these videos. Everybody wants to be able to have access to these videos. Carol Craig says, I need a copy of this for my science class. She's, getting it to the younger people. Lori writes, beautiful work, Piper. Both of you, just incredible visuals, incredible music, incredible sound, and something that we just put that on a loop and play that over and over and just... It might put Chocolate Tree out of business because we won't need Chocolate Trip. Just listen to that music. Or I guess you can combine it and then really take off.
That's what people keep telling me. They want to integrate it with the frequencies and the vibration, All I do is go in the studio. I don't ever know what I'm going to do until I get there. And when I shared it with Piper, I had no idea of how she was going to create that sonic digital art media healing experience in a way that I can never thank her enough, and the universe for putting us together, because this is the language of light. And I am the messenger. I've been doing it ever since I was 8 years old, talking about the light. I had no idea that I was from, where am I from, Cinnamon? She told me where I'm from, but I think it's way out there at the highest point of the universe in the light of love, and it has led my entire life.
I'm going to go to one of your many websites, but to get more, go to drivysoundspa.com, drivysoundspa.com, and that's where you can get a lot of her amazing audios, videos, her Sound Vibronics experience. You can also get her on Bandcamp. That's where we get all of our Omushar albums from. But start by going to drivysoundspa.com. Yes, we are living a mindful life with you, Dr. Ivy. I agree. There's no other experience like it in the world. Absolutely.
Thank you all so very much. It means so much to me. And the videos, we're still working on what platform to put them on so that people can purchase them and have them for themselves.
Great. Well, let us
one
know.
of the platforms for certain is our next introduction. But Scott, you were about to say something, so tell me.
No, it's just, Dr. Ivy, I think this is probably your 5th or 6th time on the show, and
it is
one of our absolute favorite people. I remember it was Kristen Hoffman who first referred me to you, so yes. Thank you, Kristen. And then, of course, the fact that you connected with Piper, who I met through a whole different way. It really is one big, beautiful global peace tribe, and we're all finding each other. It's very, very exciting, very exciting. So, Dr. Ivy, I love you so much. I can't wait to be with you again in person. We were together, of course, in March at the Evolutionary Leaders Network, and hopefully, are you coming to Mexico in January?
I do believe so.
All right, well, hopefully I'll see you then and there.
Kristen is working on that. She's convincing me to come on to Mexico.
Yeah, she's working on me too. I love you, Dr. Ivy. Thank you so much.
Love you more. Thank you all so much.
I love you, Dr. Ivy.
Piper, you've got 2 more amazing dreamers to
introduce. We're all dreaming this dream together. So sorry about the puppy in the background. My dog just turned 20 and a half, and so now she sort of talks to herself. It's a thing that I'm finding myself doing as I'm getting older. I'm going to introduce you now to Mark and Kim. one of the most beautiful gifts is to be called into this healing work, and for there to be generational bridges, to be able to find the healers, 3 generations of dreamers and healers coming together. And as you remember, we embodied this initially in Europe with David in the Seton Castle in Scotland, in the huge hotel in England and in Australia. But we had this vision, this dream, that we were to start off a little more slowly and start at home in the seeds on this indigenous land, to start right here where our ancestors shed blood and where they're expanding their wisdom. And Mark and I met on one of my Is Love retreats, and he himself was doing the same work, and we collaborated. Unbeknownst to us, we came together with our 2 groups of generational healers. Sorry about all this in the background. And we started a movement. And after all of this transformation and everything that's been going on, we found each other again. Really, he found me again. And he said to me, Piper, I think it's time. I've spoken to the ancestors. It is time for us to collaborate. And I was introducing him to Is Love and the Dream. Come to find, he has been creating this exact same vision with his beautiful beloved Kim. Also, just to say, Kim is from South Africa, and we found out that we lived in the same area where I lived in South Africa. And of course, the castle that we have in Scotland is Mary Queen of Scots Castle that now David owns. Come to find that this is the great-great-great-great-granddaughter of Mary Queen of Scots. So our world started embedding and interweaving. And so this is the new set of the dream. We are marrying our visions, marrying what we've been called to do right here in California in a way more expansive way. And I will allow them to introduce their vision, Light Love Body, and how Light Love Body, Is Love, and the Dream are coming together so that we can heal the nations. This is Mark and Kim, my beloved brother and sister.
Wow. I'm very grateful for you, Piper. I love you very much. You're adorable. You're, one of my favorite people. And my beloved that I met 3 months ago in this lifetime brought me to Mount Shasta in California, where I haven't been. And I really connected. I felt like there with the ancestors of the land, all this spiritual like talk of experiences that we all share. But I'm so much in it. For me, life is a ceremony, and that's what I got from there very clearly. Life is a ceremony. Now sitting with all of you is a ceremony. That's my way of living, a living prayer. That's why I love singing and dancing and sharing it with my beloved. In Mount Shasta was for me a very sacred time where I got a lot of clarity and insights of where we can take on this movement or mission that we are on, or whatever we feel in our hearts that brings us together. That we can, and we have it all ready now to actually have world peace for real, like to really be in that space, to have an alternative where we can return back to Eden from where we came from, or to ancient Lemuria. And for me, it was very clear of the people that I've met throughout my life, intuitively, who I remember. Just energetically, it doesn't matter how somebody calls themselves or which identity we want to put on ourselves. It was an intuitive thing. And now I see how all these dreamers are coming together to complete this mission or fulfill this mission, where we all return back of how it should be. And I express myself with music, so I facilitate mushroom ceremonies, and I connect them. Like the mushrooms, the plants were my teacher. That's how I learned. I learned to connect with them to Mother Earth, and she's very clear all the time, very open, and all she wants is to
talk to her children.
Yes.
Sure. Thank you, baby. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm always amazed at how we can jump quickly from something like Dr. Ivy's dimension into the logical linear brain and sharing information, but it's so beautiful to be able to be quantum communicators and actually have all this ancestral remembrance in our DNA, and to be able to use our vocal cords as the highest form of healing and the highest form of tuning our bodies back into harmonic truth. And that's really what Mark and I are all here for. It's not us speaking the words. We don't care if it's us or not. I don't care if it's called Light Body Love or whatever the movement is called. It's one movement. And it's all about unity consciousness at this point. So we know that we are just instruments of God. We are instruments of harmony and unity, and whatever wants to come through us, whether that be through plant medicine or music or sound healing. There's just so many ancient modalities that we're all remembering, and we get to remember with each other, and we get to return to, as Mark said, life as a ceremony. And when I was in the sound dimension with Dr. Ivy just a few minutes ago, I saw her music actually imprinting all the cellular data in the water of our bodies, and how powerful that was, kind of as an ancient Lemurian technology of using sound and vibration and harmonic resonance to actually entrain our bodies to those natural homeostasis, organic blueprints of thriving and vitality and health and connection, and love, and making this path be something that is accessible to all and feels like a coming home. So thank you, Piper, so much for welcoming us into this divine world that you have created and that you've built, and for not being a gatekeeper and opening the gates wide open and allowing us in and giving us a voice and giving us a platform to share our love and our vision. And I just kept hearing this whole time on this call, the whole team is here and we're finding each other. So not only are we all here, but it's like that magnetic pull, everyone just coming into one united Taurus field is really what's happening. And it feels just so beautiful to know that that's not just a nice idea, but it's a mathematical reality of what's happening right now within so many different dimensions. And so I'm just holding the prayer that everyone on this call and everyone that may watch it later, and all the generations connected to their bloodlines and lineages, may they be liberated and purified and healed and brought back into organic harmonic truth, knowing our divine organic blueprint is here for us at all times, and just with the prayer for the highest and greatest benefit of all beings everywhere, may we unite and remember. And that is my deepest prayer. And so I will pass it on to Mark to share a little bit more about Light Body Love and the movement that we have going, and maybe we'll share some song. And anytime you want to chime in, Piper, because we are moving in such a beautiful direction together with our vision, with the healing hotels, and just so many exciting things to touch on. And we'll just ask Creator to make sure that it all comes out as the way it needs to.
Absolutely. I know that that Mark, that you both are going to be inviting probably this entire group of people into this collective conversation that you will be having on your ranches in Ojai, and for all the dreamers to know that they're opening up their ranches in Ojai for there to be platforms right here for this healing, for the dreamers to move forward and to create and expand this vision. And Mark is creating the Mark of Truth conversations, bringing all generations, all walks of life together to have the open, spiritual, necessary conversations to expand our consciousness and our humanity. So Mark, introduce a little bit more about Light Love, the work that you're doing, and then we would love to hear your sacred music, because you pray through music and your medicine is through music, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was really like just a dimension jump from like, okay, the sound with Iva, okay, being in the space and then coming back fully and just expressing myself eloquently how I normally used to do it. So thank you so much for the grace. And so basically, yeah, long story short, I got activated in my language. I got activated about 4 years ago when I was on a sacred trip, let's call it, to Sedona, where I did the 30 days of a fast. And then somebody told me, well, Jesus did 40 days. I was like, okay, well, 30 days is still a lot. So 30 days of a fast, water fast, no food, and just really just praying with the sun and connecting to the earth. And then I did a 8 grams psilocybin mushroom journey with some of the Navajo tribe, and it was like all this divine play. I've never used any psilocybin medicine before, so I got introduced through ceremony, very just divinely guided. It was a whole initiation experience that started when I was doing that. And then I got, in my language, a fully activated where I remember, and okay, now I'm in my knowing. There is no like things to have to figure out or like entertain thoughts. There's like a very clear knowing structure, and then you just move and take actions, divine actions. Because when we receive the download, it's important to take the divine actions so they actually come into reality. So I've been gathering information the last 3-4 years and people all around the world. I was mainly in California, but still traveling. And then during COVID, I got called to actually travel the country and to facilitate sacred ceremonies. And I've been gathering people all around the especially US, but always in conversation globally as well, to protect the sacred medicine, because it's our job, it's our responsibility to protect the medicine and the real medicine. And I've been putting everything that I know of from all my network and people and resources to find the right way of how to structure in the matrix a way. Because like people told me many times, I'm not grounded. I'm like, no, I'm very grounded. I'm actually figuring out the legal structure, how we can actually do all of what we need to do on such a scale where we feel free to do it. We don't have to hide or be scared that somebody's gonna take you down or whatever. It's really just an illusion in our mind. The people is the power. The people are the power. Us doing exactly this on a constant basis and now just taking it on to another level. That's what I want to share about, because it's time and it's ready. And that's why I'm just beyond grateful to have a voice to speak where I'm also heard, because yeah, it was a journey to get here, for different initiations, through the plans, for different people, reflections of myself that I've met around my journey. And then I realized that we are actually going into an ascended body, which is not something that we're not going somewhere. It's really just a different space consciousness that is here now, where we activate that space, and then we live from that avatar consciousness feeling where you are really free from thoughts, free in your heart. It's not the thing, you're not going to fly anywhere, and it's gonna be very beautiful, grounded in the heart, and you will have the most healing experiences with all your family. And that's why I was like, okay, it's light body love, because it is the Jesus body, the immortal body of light, the light body that we are going to. And then so it's really a movement of health and wellness, because that's what we want to present, of how we can activate our light body through different ancient traditions and techniques to all get us back together. And that's how we bring it all together, because we all activate each other's light bodies. We're all into healing arts, and we have all amazing products and services that we have here to share and to create culture. You create culture by creating products and services. And now it makes total sense, the collaboration, and I'm all about collaboration, with Piper, with the Healing Hotels, because I put all my all my effort into creating spaces where we can enter the divine, where we can enter the quantum, because that's all that it takes. It takes spaces, and then once you realize it, then you can go home, integrate it, and create spaces for yourself where you can enter that space. And so it's really about creating the space for it. So that's why our goal is to build 1,000 of regenerative communities, which is safe spaces all around the world where we use regenerative farming, where we grow our own food through regenerative farming, where we have different housing structures, teepees and ham housing and all kinds of different housing. I grew up in construction, so that's all I really know. So we build spaces, and then we connect them all together, all those spaces, into one application. So it will function like, imagine like an Airbnb for holistic activation, and it's so that we all have safe spaces where we can travel and activate and bring more people in, and I feel like it's gonna I feel like it's gonna be called Lemuria, because that's where we're actually going back to, and it's still the ancient kingdom that we are wanting to create, which starts in our heart, but then we physically manifest it through literally creating temples. And because that's also not a prophecy and storytelling that we get to create it right now. And and through the show, and I'm like, okay, how can we share all this story and make it like very effective? Because I'm all about effectiveness. I'm radical. I'm very impatient, but very patient, because I know already what I know a while back already. So now, I think if we do it one time correctly on 60 acre or 100 acre, you show a regenerative model with different spaces where you come together to heal, to activate, whatever the language is. And we film document it, the whole process, how people come, and we do it one time, and then we decentralize, distribute the information. That means that everybody locally can do the same thing. That's all that means. That you figured out the blueprint and you share it with everybody to do it the same. And we are creating that model here in Ojai, California, on a beautiful acreage of land that will be used for our blueprint document. And there is a show that is coming out called Mark the Truth. It's not about me, it's about me asking questions about truth and collaboration. So what is your truth is the first question. How can we collaborate is the second question. I'm asking questions about truth and collaboration, because once we align on a universal truth, which is music and earth and all the simple elements, that's our universal truths. We connect on them and then we collaborate. And the only question is, how can we collaborate? Not if we collaborate. Okay, who are you? What can you do the best? How can we plug in to actually really create a civilization that can thrive in harmony back like how it was back then? And on lightbody.love, you can apply to be part of our show. We will bring the most influential celebrities, thought leaders, like spiritual leaders, next generation, healers from all walks of life, science, all different people, into a circle called in a circle of truth. And then we will live stream that piece every day after the full moon. Every day after the full moon, we will live stream that. And because I'm working with a lot of farmers and regenerative communities, we also call it the regenerative renaissance as a bridge storytelling until we get to ancient Lemuria, where we have everything built out. And the path advisor, which I told to the team to change it really quickly to the dreamers, right? Because the path advisor is actually the similar concept with the dreamers, where we share our gifts on the website. It becomes a platform where people can really, sell their services to a larger network. And the Mark the Truth show is basically us just calling everybody in. The earth wants us to sing and dance around the fire and to light the fire in community. That's all that.
This website is so beautiful, and everything that he's speaking is on the website. So take the time to go through it. I know that we're running out of time, but the most important thing, Mark and Kim, inside this chat, please let people know about, especially these sacred leaders, about the invitation to that global circle for when you're doing this show.
Yeah.
And and I think what's happening is we're running like 30 minutes over time. And I'm sorry, However, I do want you to bless us, if we can, quickly and beautifully with your music medicine, and then we get to expand ourselves back open and move into our beautiful Maureen Edwardson. Don't forget, everyone, lightbody.love.
Back to Eden, back to love. Back to Eden, back to love. Returning home, my friend. It's been so long ago since I've seen your face in ancient Lemuria. Back to Eden, back to love. Back to Eden, back to love. Yeah, baby, sing with me. Back to Eden, back to love. Back to Eden, back to love. It's time for us to remember that we are all one family. It's time for us to be free. Open your heart, my children. We are the light of the world. The dreamers have come together and singing on global peace drive. Back to love. Back to Eden, back to love. Hey, your day. Jai Sitaram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Sitaram, Jai Hanuman. Everybody sing at home. Jai Sitaram, Jai Hanuman. Back to Eden, back to love. Back to Eden, back to love. We are on one love.
That's so beautiful. Oh, Scott, I feel safe leaving. I still feel safe leaving all of our wisdom into this generation now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful to meet you, Mark and Kim. Welcome to the Global Peace Tribe, and thank you for your offerings.
We love you. So, Mark, Kim, you're about to meet your other grandmother, Maureen Edwardson, IRT. I want her to tell you, I know we don't have a lot of time, but she has created Well, I'll let her tell you. Hi, Maureen. You're muted.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the end of the beginning. And most people on the Global Peace Tribe, thank you, Scott, have experienced my work before and know who I am. And in fact, a lot of really beautiful people have connected as facilitators for inner resonance technologies through here, like Charlotte LeFranc. I don't think she's actually able to be here tonight. And then there's Laura Watkins, a member of the Dream Team and the Is Love for Forever, and she is also in the IRT tribe as well. Cross over all the communities, learning how to facilitate this magical work in the world. And in the entrance of brevity, I invite everyone, if they haven't experienced my work before, to really just click on the link. MaureenEdwardson.com is a pretty easy thing to remember, to then explore how to remember yourselves free and clear of all the buildup. Much like, and thank you, Scott, and can scroll all the way down there. However, the beautiful page that I want to talk about very briefly is the page called Gifts for You. And that has a 12.5-minute video. That very first one, it was a gift that appeared on the eve of Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's a beautiful video from a guy that's his work is Life Spark, and he's created a gift for IRT of collating information from my website, from my first publication of my book, Your Magical Evolutionary Code Unleashed, The Science of Inner Resonance. And I'm so blessed to have my work and my book endorsed by Dr. Bruce Lipton, and I'm on his website in resources, and also in his second two books, Spontaneous Evolution and The Honeymoon Effect. So so it's a really beautiful thing where we're all coming together and supporting and sharing the bliss of our contributions and our gifts. And that's what I love about IRT, that it clears everything that we're not, so that we can automatically and organically arise into being our gift and sharing our gift confidently and joyfully, being happy for no reason into the world. It's very simple work. It's very effortless. And yet we know that the level of complexity that's built into any particular system affords a corresponding simplicity of access. And this is simple. So there we go. That's it in a nutshell from the nut. And to explore more, MaureenEdwardson.com will find you there. And if you send me a message and say we connected here, then I will gift you a complimentary session, because that is my heart to do that.
Maureen, thank you so much. I mean, first of all, whereas most everybody went a little bit long, you just were so efficient with your time. And I want to take a moment and just let people know, Maureen was at our Los Angeles retreat, and she has been on this show before. And I know several of our Global Peace Tribers have had life-changing experiences with your IRT. And so if you're ready to change your life, and did I hear you say you're offering a free session for people who see you tonight?
That's right. And that's anywhere between an hour and 1 to 2 hours, usually averaging an hour and a half. And so when people show up, the time opens up and my heart's always there. The door's always open. So yeah, I just, that's my joy.
Maureen opened up her heart and this practice for free for weeks to every one of the foundational dreamers, who she is now one of. And because of this IRT practice, the vision for the dream expanded. When we got scared, when we got in our egos and our flesh, she brought us back to touch, breath, and allowed us to continue on the journey to find our way. Her heart is amazingly generous and beautiful, and the work she's doing is incredibly beautiful as well. And we are honored and grateful to have her as one of the original dreamers. We love you, Maureen.
I love you too. Love you all. And thank you so much, Scott. You're amazing.
Oh,
How you
Scott is
support
like love
so many.
incarnate. I just had to write that somewhere. I was like, this, he's literally love walking. So,
Yeah.
Scott, what do we have next?
Well, we've got a couple of more Global Peace Tribe announcements. Then we have finally an Omoshar song, because we can't have a show without Omoshar.
No way.
And then, you know, every Saturday night now, Piper, we conclude with a KES group healing. And tonight we've got the lovely Deborah Juliet, who's going to lead a very powerful healing experience. And my gosh, we've had so many high vibe experiences already. Caressa and you and Dr. Ivy and just everybody raising the vibration. So it'll be quite a powerful completion with Deborah's KES healing. So I do have a couple more announcements, though, that are very important. Next Wednesday night, that's November 29th, The Awakening World is collaborating with Portal to Ascension, you know, Neil Gar and Alan Steinfeld, our friends, on a very special event. Now, this is important, everybody. Normally, our show starts at 6 p.m., but on Wednesday night, the show is going to start at 4 p.m. because we are collaborating on a conference on extraterrestrial diplomacy and first contact. And they have some amazing presenters, Adam Apollo, Daniel Turcata, myself. And so make sure that you plan on joining us on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. You can either come into our regular Zoom room, or what you may want to do is actually go to Portal to Ascension and register. You can register for free, and that might be a little bit easier just for next Wednesday night. We will carry it on our regular Zoom room, but you might have a slightly better link if you go to Portal to Ascension and to that event. And I'm putting that into the chat box for everybody. So that's going to be next Wednesday night. And the next Saturday night, you know, we're talking about the next generation. Next Saturday night show, we're going to be meeting a dozen next generation leaders that are through the Evolutionary Leaders Network and Tez Gabriel. It's going to be powerful. And special guests, Pookie Lee and Bob are going to come back and play music. And of course, Omoshar will be here. So that's next Saturday night show. And then one more time, I just want to remind everybody, tonight's the night to register for the new season of Awakening World. Get 4 months of Zoom room links, all of December, all of January, all of February, all of March, and send me what you want to see next year. And several of you have already registered. I've seen the registrations coming in, so I'll go in and I'll open them up later on tonight and see what you have to say. So tonight's a really good night to get us launched. It's Thanksgiving weekend. It's Piper birthday weekend. It's Ron Dellum's birthday weekend. It's a Dreamer weekend. So it's the perfect weekend for us to launch our next season. So those are our announcements. And now probably the most wonderful announcement of all, it's time for Omoshar.
That is right. I like being the most wonderful announcement. So holy smoke, what a beautiful evening. And this song will definitely bring us back into our bodies. So here we go. Just making sure everything's good. Okay. Love is reaching through the hearts of me and you. Our world is waking up to we recognize we've been hypnotized. The spell is wearing off. So now we rise with higher frequencies. There is no disguise. The truth of life itself is now realized. Let the good of humanity stay, and let the dross simply fade away, and let the mother return to us all, so that love can have her way. 'Cause now we recognize we've been hypnotized. The truth of life itself is now realized. The spell is wearing off. So now we rise with higher frequencies. With now no disguise. 'Cause love is reaching through the hearts of me and you. Our world is waking up to different points of view. Because love is reaching through the hearts of me and you. Our world is waking up to our different points of view. 'Cause now we recognize we've been hypnotized. The spell is wearing off. So now we rise with higher frequencies. There is no disguise. The truth of life itself is now realized. So shake yourself free of the past. No longer do we walk in the dark, but show each other what we can do, and let our light shine right on through. Now we recognize we've been hypnotized. The spell is wearing off. So now we rise with higher frequencies. There is no disguise. The truth of life itself is now realized.
That's all Twinkle, Omoshar and Twinkle, all of you for moving and grooving and dancing to the music. My God, I love looking at
I
everybody.
know, it's so fun. I have to stop watching people dance when I play because it does pull me out.
Oh my God, it's so much fun. And you know, it all started with Eleanor Joy. So thank
It
you, Eleanor
did.
Joy, and then Ayada.
She is to blame. I hang
And
with her.
Adora,
She's responsible.
Adora is so consistent. So thank you. And hey, everybody, a reminder one more time that you can find all things Omoshar at his website. And it's very easy to remember the name of his website because it's his name, omoshar.com. And that's where you can learn all about him, see what he's up to, which usually includes a lot of Awakening World shows. Whoops, I'm taking on time.
Yeah, it's a slow thing, but it's good. You have that revolving heart at the beginning of the.
Thank God for the revolving heart,
I know,
right?
man. And because of the subject matter of tonight, I thought, hey, here's a good forest.
Go to Bandcamp, buy his albums, support Omoshar. You know, we want to make sure he's well supported. Omoshar, thank you so much. I love that song. That's just a great one.
I love you, brother. See you.
All right, brother. Well, I'm going to bring our beloved Piper up for one last time before turning over to Deborah. And Piper, I would love for us, finally, you've been talking all about Healing Hotels, so I'm going to go to the Healing Hotels website and tell us all about the vision. Tell us more.
So healinghotels.com, I think we've learned what this is. The dream is love. Our dream is to unite the people of this sacred world. When you go across in the website where it says we are the dreamers, there's a little story there and a number of the rest of my films that you've seen that defines what is a dreamer, who is a dreamer, are you a dreamer, so that we can open up and expand what this means so that the dreamers can come together all over the world. At the other parts of the website, of course, these are the words. It's an invitation. Our story has the AI videos on it. So instead of us under the dream team, instead of us telling you who we are in the way the world defines it, we tell who we are based on the AI vision that was given, so that we can sort of delete. We took the E out of dreamer to delete the ego.
Did you really do all the audios, including his audio? Was that really your voice?
I am the dreamer.
Wow. That's awesome.
And
you already have about 17 professions, and now you can add an 18th to doing
I
that.
know, voiceover. And I'm the grandmother. And of course I am love. So when you go to all the way over, and you'll read a little bit about it, the Red Dream lets us know that we are bringing indigenous healing medicine from around the world. What it is, what is the Red Road, what is the Red Ranch, what is our Is Love Center, what is Gaia's Heart, why is the Red Road such an important road for us to walk? What do drums represent? What are drum circles? What is shamanic drumming? And what is the Sweat Lodge? To give you a foundational spiritual shamanic history of the teepee, of sacred fire, why this is a foundational necessity on this sacred land, and the Red Tent, which is a sacred space for women and girls. I'm sure many of you have read the book, The Red Tent. So we always have a sacred cultural place of meditation, drumming, song, and gathering to honor women and to honor their moon. And finally, on that page, if you go all the way to the end of it, you will see at the top, where it says, we're the dream store. We're the dream store. The Green Dream you'll check out on your own as well. We are completely, our hotels are completely green. So everything is compostable and biodegradable, including the plates, the dishwashing liquid, everything, and we return back. What's important about the Dreamer Clothesline is this Dreamer Clothesline is created so that we can fund the saving of the Amazon, the proliferation of the butterfly. And also you'll notice on that site that we have a special clothing brand to rescue women and girls from human trafficking and domestic violence, which is my foundational hope, dream, and purpose on the earth. So please, 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 we're coming into Christmas. It's something as simple as buying a sweatshirt or a baseball hat or a candle, because this is one way that we can give back. And every time you wear a shirt that says dreamer or is love, just the words themselves are vibrating and making a change in the world. So God bless you, Scott, for having us again. I love you with all of my heart. Thank you for saying yes and remembering me, and for bringing on the dreamers. And thank you to the dreamers for saying yes to all of your purpose and destiny in the world. And of course, to the entire streaming family of the sacred family that you've created. God bless you.
Piper, everything you do with so much love and so much class. I was so blown away by the videos that we saw tonight. And of course, every individual you bring. So can we have another Dreamers show in
we would love
the first
it.
quarter of 2024?
Okay, and because Gio was like, please, I want to come back and do breath work. And Free, of course, wants to do intuitive reading. So let's do it. I love you.
Let's do it. Let's do another one. Well, work out a date, maybe sometime in February.
Yeah, mark the truth circle. Ooh.
That would be good.
That would be good. Okay.
Thank you. I love you, Piper.
I love you. I love
Happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you, my love.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for being with us. Here we are 3 hours in. And I'm grateful to the 52 people that are still with us. We saw people joining us like Charlotte. We love Charlotte Frank. So welcome, Charlotte. You've only missed 3 hours of wonderfulness, but you're here just in time for the KES group healing. And it's my honor to turn it over to Deborah Juliet, who will share a little bit about what this is for people that are new to it. And then Deborah, just let Omashar know when you want him to play and when you want it to be just you. And thank you for being with us, and thank you for waiting. I know we're starting a little bit later, but we have a wonderful group of people here to experience your wonderful offering.
Thank you so much, beloved Scott. It's an honor to be here. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, your audio is great.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Yes, for you beautiful souls who haven't heard of KES or didn't have the chance to get a healing from us, it's a modality that is actually more about holding than healing, which is coming from the future by oops. Okay. I think beloved Scott knows what he's doing. So yeah.
That's where you have your own recording. That's where we have a separate link just for you telling us all about KES.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, beloved Scott. Thank you so much. Yeah, so KES healing, or better, holding, is really about bringing everything back into divine order, whether it's your body, your mind, your soul, on the akamic level, akashic level, on literally the dharma, karma, everything gets back the right way, how you always wanted it. And nothing can be done other than what your soul, your body, and your mind are really permitting. But just imagine you have a wound, and that wound can be healed, or it can be brought, every cell of it can be brought back to its original structure when you were born, right? So it's really about completing a cycle and bringing it into that divine order for which we all came, and this spiritual awakening in this beautiful peace tribe, global peace tribe, is all, I believe, about bringing each other home. And so that's exactly what we are doing, is bringing you back home into the highest divine alignment possible on each and every level. And it was brought by beloved Shekinah minds and energy from Chunrei, which are literally holy beings coming, from the future to us. Did I say enough?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Does anyone maybe wants to share? Actually, I never asked that question after so many weeks of healing and holding. Does maybe anyone who is regularly on this show want to share already what were your experiences so far after these many weeks of these offerings that we gave? Actually, we're really only giving it to all of you, to beautiful Scott's audience. You're superstars. Maybe someone would like to share. Okay, that's fine.
Well, I think people didn't know that you were going to do that, so it takes time for people.
No, it just came to my mind because, of course, after healing, it's always wonderful to give a feedback. But I was thinking, what actually changed in your life, or what actually maybe did you feel over time now that we are offering this since quite some weeks now? All right. So shall we start? Is everybody prepared? You know that you can receive it no matter No matter where, no matter how you are on this beautiful planet, you can just lay down. The best receiving is, of course, to be relaxed and feel and very comfortable. So please feel free to lay down. Yeah. Switch off your cameras if you prefer, no problem. Just really relax into it. Omar Shah is going to provide the most beautiful music. I will start obviously with a wonderful prayer, and then please feel free to just enjoy yourself and do whatever you love to do. You can even dance, whatever. Wonderful. Yeah, Scott is already lying down. I know that. And okay. Oh, I will start. Still of mind and clear of heart. I enter now into the cosmic portal of holy, where the higher self of all, each and everyone in this healing tonight, and for everyone who's going to be watching this group KES Healing and Holding awaits. With open heart, complete trust and surrender, and in the name of the divine cosmic Christ, I ask now for the manifestation of the highest timeline reality, for the entire audience to become realized of mind, body, and soul, with gentle lessons and graceful process, and increase this holding as much as the cosmic law, physical body, and the audience's soul shall allow. I choose now to live in the reality where the healing has already been accomplished. The fates have been altered, and our prayers answered through thine holy presence of love. While honoring the free will of all, I give my complete thanks and gratitude for all that has already occurred through your mighty presence and thine eternal light. I am free, the soul is free, and all is free. And so it is. Amen. I, Deborah Juliette, call upon the cosmic Christ, supreme intelligence, to support and facilitate this group KES holding session. I ask permission from all receivers present to receive this group holding with the highest good and divine grace for all involved. I request on behalf of the entire audience to become aligned for the duration of this session to the divine intelligence of Christic energy system with grace, with ease, and with joy. I invite the cosmic Christ energy to connect with us now in the most appropriate way for all involved. May all that transpires in this microcosmic reflection of our group constellation support and uplift the ascension of the entire human collective and all sentient life. I also call forth assistance from the divine Heavenly Mother and Heavenly Father presence to overlight this group container with pure unconditional love from the Most High. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Thank you. And so it is. Amen. Aho. Okay, beloved Obashar, if you want to. done. It is done. It is
Thank you, beloved Deborah. And we'll keep it open for a few moments if anybody wants to, as they come back into their bodies, share what they're experiencing from beloved Deborah. And we're going to do an entire show with Deborah and 4 other KES healers. They're all forming a coalition. So we're going to do a wonderful show with them on December 27th to get to know them all much more fully. And if people, Deborah, are you offering private KES healings at this time?
yes, absolutely. Our webpage is under construction, so maybe, beloved Scott, you could give out my email address and my phone number.
Sure.
Yes, and of course the first healing is always for free. So, so for especially, for your audience, of course.
Thank you very much. That's very generous. And I'm putting your email address in, and I'll also put your phone number in as well.
Email address is maybe.
Email is probably is best, so it's right there. And for those watching on Facebook, her email address is dkreuser, KREUSER @gmail. DKREUSER @gmail.com. And I'm going to bring beloved Omashar up for a moment. Omashar, this music is so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. I feel so much a part of the whole thing. I'm just expanded and playing whatever's in the field, and even to myself it sounds pretty cool. So thank you.
And some comments are coming in. Susan Bloomquist writes, thank you for sharing your gifts. These healings are always peaceful. Lynn and Leaf write, these sessions have helped us heal since they've been here. So that's beautiful. Carissa Ayers sending some love. And so, thank you, beautiful Global Peace Tribe. Again, remember Wednesday night, this next Wednesday night, the show's going to start at 4 p.m. I'm sure you and I need to talk a little bit about that because I need your help with it. And Lori just wrote, so beautiful, Deborah. Thank you. And absolutely. Thank you for your incredible care and consideration and all the love you put into your KES healings, Deborah. Thank you.
Of course, it's my honor, my pleasure. Thank you so much, Omashar. I could feel you feeling and seeing the light. So yeah, it was perfect. Thank you. A lot got formed tonight. Yeah.
Beatrice is asking if she could come get a personal healing from you live up in Ashland.
Oh, wonderful. Awesome. Of course. Yeah, we are just around the corner of Mount Chester. So you probably know the energy here, which helps us tremendously. Mount Chester being Mount Chester. And of course, absolutely. So please feel free, write me an email and we'll take it from there. We'll make it happen. There's nothing that cannot be manifested. Can't wait.
A few more comments and then we'll say goodbye. Beatrice writes joy, exclamation points. Karen writes, I've been here since day one and the shows just keep getting better. Thank you, Karen. Aditi says, so beautiful. Thank you so much for your gift of energy. And Kiki, our beloved Kiki Willett writes, I accept this beautiful healing, Deborah. Thank you.
Definitely. I'm there for all of you.
Thank you again, Deborah. Thank you again, Omashar. And I'm going to go to gallery view one last time.
And I also just want to honor Frode, who's got up in the cold of Norway to be at this KES healing. So that was lovely to see Frode from Norway joining us.
There's Frode. Thank you, bro. Beautiful. All right, everybody. Well, have a beautiful, beautiful Sacred Sunday tomorrow. And I will look forward to hopefully seeing you all on Wednesday night. We're going to have a very, very beautiful show. So there's Friday still on. There we go. And may, again, the phoenix that we see behind me all night long, may that phoenix rising be an inspiration for us all each and every day. Let's keep our prayers for peace going. Let's hold the highest vision for the future. And I look forward to seeing all of you again next week. Take care, everybody. Have a beautiful, sacred Sunday. And good night.
Thank you, Scott.